Man, shut up. Didn't I say shut up? Bet that rooster will think twice before crowing tomorrow morning. Coffee's ready, guys. Let's start the show. Good morning, my Brew crew. How is everybody this morning? We've made it to Wednesday, guys. Thank the Lord. Let's see who's come to hang out with us this morning. Good morning, James. Good morning, Cynthia. Hey, Steph. Steph lurking from work. That's all right. Good morning, Sage. Got that coffee ready? Good morning, Marie. Good morning, Pam. Hey, Cree. Good morning, doll. How are you? How is everybody doing? Oh, it is rainy and nasty here. We're going to be floating away. Of course, I don't know if it's supposed to turn to snow or not. Oh, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. I hope everybody is well. I'm beat up already, guys, and I haven't even started the day. It just, this back thing just won't let up. It was horrendous yesterday. I got my pies finally baked and ready to roll for tomorrow, and that just did me in. First time in my life I've ever had to sit down and roll out dough. I had to adjust because it just wasn't going to let up. But surviving the best that I can. Cloudy and 38 here. Yeah, I took the dog out and it just started pouring, and I'm thinking, oh my God. Of course, it could, it's 50 degrees here, so maybe that's why. But if the temperature drops, oh shit, it's going to turn to snow. But I don't think so. It's supposed to be in the high 50s today. So once that rain dries up, I think it'll be a halfway decent day. Got to go check systems. Checks done. Be right back. All right, doll. All right. Good morning from my hospital room. Oh, Pinky, what the heck is going on? Good morning to you. You ended up going to the hospital? I know you said you weren't feeling well. What is going on with you? Oh, yesterday, I thought I was going to end up in the hospital yesterday. I've always had to sit and roll out dough. Hell, I sit to prep when I cook. See, I'm not used to doing that. It's awkward for me. But I was getting terrible sharp pains shooting down my legs from my lower back, and I'm thinking, oh God, I've got to sit to do this. So it was an experience, but it worked out. Fibro's been a bitch for it's the weather change. Yeah, it's been wet and rainy here. I have been miserable. And then yesterday, good God. Peaky, mine got canceled 40 minutes before my appointment. So annoyed. Oh no, my blood sugars were too low oh boy. Well, hopefully they got you hooked up to the bag and and you're going to be replenished. I know when I start having low blood sugar issues, I could feel it. You start feeling really weird inside and lightheaded. And then, I hurry up and go grab like grapes. Grapes are actually the best thing because grapes are like full sugar. And that's what I used to do if I had a low blood sugar issue in a grocery store. I'd go over where the grapes are, grab a bag, and start munching on them in the store. Good morning, Susan. I'm working my last day of work before the holiday. Woohoo! All right, Susan. Poor Susan's been on such a terrible schedule. I'm glad you survived it. Hopefully, the day goes by quick, and then you could crash. It's just awful. Everybody has to rush and cram in all this stuff just before a holiday. Then they get mad when you want like the extra day off. I was talking about that with my son yesterday. No matter where I've worked, I've told him, listen, on the holidays, I have the day of the holiday off and the day after. And they're like, well, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is when you're cooking for 20 or more people, prepping, cooking, serving, cleaning, entertaining, the last thing you want to do the next day is go to work. And that I've never had a problem. I said, either you say yes, or I'm just not going to show up. Take your pick. So I have a drip for dehydration, and they have given me injections of insulin. Well, hopefully you get well soon, and you get to go back home and rest. I know it's hard when you have to deal with that, and you've got all kinds of other stuff going on. Really stinks. It puts you behind on things. Like I said, I got I got some cleaning done, and I got the pies done, and I had to help move some lumber. And I said, that's it. I'm gotta go lay down. My back's gonna split in half. I couldn't stand it anymore. I have a virus, so I have to be isolated in my own room. Oh, did they say what kind of virus? Is it just something, like flu or? And it don't help either with this weather, because that's when all the germs are jumping. So I try to stay away from people, when this weather gets like this. Did they figure out what initially is going on? Flu or something? Yeah, they gotta figure out. It's probably they just probably say, oh, it's just a common virus. That's because they don't know what the hell it is. My TENS unit is my best friend. Crete, I tried using a TENS unit and I can't. It's like somebody stabbing me in the back. I cannot use one of those. Tried it, didn't work. It was horrible. Oh, it's a tummy bug. Oh, no. So that means she'll be living on ginger ale and soup. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Pinky. Yes, hopefully she gets better soon. It goes by quick. I just want to, first off, let's put this on the screen here so, everyone can see what's going on. There we go. Just to put this out there, we all, congratulations to Beardo. He survived an attack on his channel, and thank goodness for him that he made it through. Even if nobody likes him or likes debunkers, what was being done to him was illegal and just downright unfair. You don't go asking somebody their opinion on the work that you put out on YouTube and then don't like what they have to say, and then you attack them. And as far as him, I mean, that's his livelihood. That's his job. And now you're threatening to take, income away from his family. So it's, wonderful. Yes, they removed the strikes. He's free and clear. And I just want to say congratulations to him, because it's scary. It is very scary for somebody in his situation where that is your main job. And so it's wonderful that that YouTube, because I guess they were flooded with commentary and letters and messages from everybody in the community and outside of our own community. Even people that didn't like him sent in on his behalf letters and all of that, just to say what is going on is not fair. I mean, they were using that's set up against him. And that's not what it's made for. And it was intentional because of the comments that they've made in their own programs. They did it on purpose, just to bring him down, because they didn't like what he had to say. And I've said that from day one. If you're on YouTube, you're putting out content, people are going to pick it apart. So if you can't put on the big boy pants, then don't bother with YouTube, because it happens to everybody. Good morning, V team. How are you? And yes, happy Thanksgiving to you guys as well. Has that only just happened? This morning when I woke up, I checked online and I seen he had put up a post. was on Facebook. They were all removed. Yes. Wonderful for him. So I'm very happy for him. Good morning, Roger. They removed everything. He's got a clean slate. They overplayed their hand and admitted it was planned. Yes, exactly, James. Now, see that this is the thing. And he also, please don't, I'm going to say, because he said it too, don't go over and harass them or gloat that, ha ha ha, you didn't get your way. He doesn't want any of that. Just pretty much don't pay any attention to those people. And it's just because he doesn't need any more problems. So I'm just happy for him, and I just wanted to put that out there for good for him, because that nobody, it's okay how much you don't like someone, or their channel or their content. Don't use the copyright thing as a way to try to extinguish someone's channel. You don't like their stuff or their opinions, move along. Pretty easy, but some people get, butt hurt about someone saying that their stuff's crap, or, you don't believe in something that they've posted. It's just part of the game, guys. Right? Yeah, brilliant news. Yes, Marie, it is. It's wonderful. I emailed most critical and CoffeeZill UT. Never went to either page of those. Yeah. We all have our opinions. I've had my opinions on that one channel, and I haven't been back because it's they gloated so much too, and people were aware that they were gloating. Yeah, see, that's the thing. So people know now. So even if, time kind of like calms down a little bit, the repercussions of that is going to be, it's going to be something. That's right. Yes. Don't gloat to the channels involved. Yes. Because he just doesn't need it. Talks about how broken this copyright strike system is, and not to go for the people. Yeah, it is messed up, And like I said, you get these channels that are paranormal entertainers, is what I call them, claiming to be authentic. So then when somebody like a debunker who's doing their job picks it apart, analyzes, the content, picks it apart and gives their opinion, they get very offended, especially when they were asked for the opinion. When somebody asks you, like me saying, hey, so-and-so, what do you think of this? And, they say, well, we think it's crap. Well, oh, gee, I'm sorry, that you think that way. I'm not going to go up there and say, oh, that's it, I'm done. And, and go after them for that. No, because you asked for it. Oh, man. I've said this before, to you guys about how, somebody will ask me something. Well, how do you think this looks? Or how do you like this? And I always say, well, do you like it? And well, they say, well, yeah, that's all that matters. That's all you got to say. As long as they like it, it is what it is. Let's see. Where did this gloating happen? I went and looked at their channels and didn't see any form of them. It was in the chats, Cree, even just the way that they were speaking during programs. YouTube should force known fakers to preface their videos with a disclaimer for entertainment purposes only. See, this the thing is, though, Roger, they're claiming that it is authentic. So they're not claiming it as entertainment. So why would they put that on there? And some of them do now. They put it as really, really small print, like somewhere where nobody's even going to look, for entertainment purposes only. It catches, just in case they do get caught out there, it kind of like, well, it's on there. They just didn't see it. So it kind of covers their butts. It's nice to see this, that this community can come together and still get justice. Yes, it is, Pam. Yes, it is. Because whether you love him or hate him, what was done was wrong. Just wrong. So, come together, support that it was wrong. Whether you watch him or not is up to you, But what's right is right. Yes. So yeah, some of it was directly emailed to Beardo himself. So I mean, the stress, I can't imagine the stress. And he's under pressure as it is. And now you got to worry about if you got to go find a job the next day, because you can't pay your bills because your livelihood was taken from you wrongfully. Good morning, Mark. How are you? Raining your way, Mark? I heard you make comments, or I seen that you made comments about rain or something in your way about going live later. It was sprinkling here at first. I took the dog out, and then while she was out doing her girly business, it just started to pour. I'm like, oh my God, get in here. Nothing worse than a wet dog. Oh. Cree it was going on in the community post on one of the channels. I didn't look further. Yeah, it was going on. I don't know if they removed all of it. I don't know. I have made no secret I have made it no secret that I don't always agree or like what Beardo has to say, but it was happening to him was right, outright wrong. Yeah, it was wrong. It was wrong. There's a lot of people that disagree. You might not have to disagree with everything he's got to say, but he's doing a service, and whether you accept his opinion or not is up to you. But like you said, the bottom line is it wasn't right what was going on. Yeah, the report says chance of rain, but then again, it's the UK all year round. Yeah. What a surprise. Rain today? I know that's I say, then you think about it, if they got away with this, who would be attacked next? Seg shape. That's what I said. If this would have went south and he lost his channel, who would they have gone after next? It would have been a horrible chain of chain reaction. Because you figure, well, we brought down the great Beardo. Next is, Seg. I know Seg would be on the list. So, yeah, thank God that, YouTube saw the error and what was going on, and they wiped the slate clean. So, I good for him. Good for him. I honestly don't watch either channel. I just went over there and looked at their post and didn't see anything, but to me, they had said enough. Yeah, like I said, I visited too, wasn't impressed with any of it. I didn't always agree with him, but I've learned a lot from him and others like Seg. Exactly. Exactly. You're not going to agree with a lot of them. You say, well, Kenny Biddle, you're not going to agree with what he's got to say. But that's okay. That's the beauty of this. You could have an adult conversation and not agree and accept people's opinions, even though you might not like them. But move on. It's okay. You just agree to disagree. A lot of people have problems with that. My issues towards YouTube that they are located in the U.S. There is a Constitution, and they break 3 amendments that cover freedom of speech and rights to due process. Yes, you're right, Creed. They do. But you know what? Freedom of speech is getting pretty rough around here in the U.S. because of the woke movement. God forbid you say something that these people don't like, then they're coming after you. Well, you know what? We're not your mama and your daddy. We're not going to baby you. And if you don't like what people have to say, you've got to learn to live with it and move on. That's just part of being an adult. It is supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, or you're guilty. And yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, see, that's the beauty of it. Thank God that, Beardo saves all of his receipts, saves, everything that happened at the time or supposed time that some kind of offense had taken place. So that's a big bonus. And I have to give all of the debunkers, a big round of applause because I could not do that. Having to watch painful content for hours and then, analyze every bit of it and then give your opinion or approve of the falsehood that they are representing. It's just a lot of work and I just don't want to deal with any of that. So I didn't, because I know I had people say, well, you should go over that and preview a video. Now, I don't want to get into that because that's just drama filled and it's trouble. And these guys are built for it. They know what they're doing. And again, a lot of people say, well, where do they get off saying that, they've debunked something if they didn't prove it? They're giving an opinion. So, that going in, they're giving an opinion. And whether you agree with it or not is up to you. It isn't the woke or not woke. It's people don't respect. Everyone has an opinion and may not like what you have to say. Yeah, it's been that way, but it's been increased since this woke movement thing. I've noticed a big increase in it. God, you can't say this, or you can't do that, or you can't. Oh, and this, we find this offensive. And we all grew up and going through life. We found a lot of things offensive. We didn't go belly aching in front of a camera or some kind of a council saying, well, you need to change this. No, they just need to get over it. As we were told, well, just get over it. Or you see something on television. Well, oh, wow, I find that offensive. Well, see, there's a thing called a remote control. It's got buttons on it. Change it. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't like it. So, we're not going to like the same things or agree all the time. We're just not. I never heard of the word woke until, yeah, I know. Well, they make stuff up as they go along. All that stuff is insane. The pronoun bullshit, the multiple gender crap. It just makes your head want to explode. I'm telling you that right now. So I don't follow any of that garbage. Good morning, Ace. How are you? You want to live your life your way. That's great. Don't expect us to play along with these foolish rules that you guys have made up. Because I just don't do that. I come right out and I say, yes, happy Thanksgiving to you too, Ace. I hope it's going to be a good one. I just say, what's your name? All right, Bill, that's what you're going by. That's what I'm calling you. Don't ask me to do the multiple pronoun thing because I just don't play that. I just say to be kind. If you don't have anything nice to say it and but hold to the truth. Yeah, that's and that's pretty much an old saying. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. But you know what? I'm not saying don't say that you're blocking people's opinion. You have a right to your opinion. You have a right to say something. They're the ones that get bent out of shape. Just because you live in a fantasy, don't mean I have to join you in it. That's right. That's right, Steph. Good morning, Ed. How are you? And yes, this copyright strike attack on Beardo is ridiculous. Yeah, they just tried to shut him down, and I'm just happy for him that it didn't work. I'm just happy that it's sorted. Mrs. Geek has been destroyed. When this all started, biggest hugs to them both. Yeah, they're on edge all the time anyway, because I'm sure Beardo gets all kinds of nasty mail, all kinds. If someone says, I don't mind, reader, I'm not going to ask. I just don't play with the multiple pronoun shit. It's shit. Come on, guys. Bottom line, it's shit. Either you identify as a he or a she, and you're not a group of people. So the easiest way to solve the problem is, what's your name? You go by their name. That's what you call them. If they ask me to use different pronouns, fine, but I'm not going to ask. Yeah, just like I said, I just tell me what your name is. Coffee in hand, Beardo has his channel. Yeah, all is right this morning, Sage. I support the LGBT community. Or I have no problems with the community. And you know what? I would tell even the community doesn't put up with this crap, Sage. I mean, Cree. I've seen it. I've seen interviews where they're embarrassed. You know, it's just like these kids today. I just don't know where they're getting this garbage. And every month, they come up with something new. Come on, really? Oh, Ace is handing out coffees. Yes, I'll take it. It was rough this morning. I didn't know if I was going to be able to walk. So I held on as I stood up, and I'm thinking, okay, take it slow before you bust your ass in your own bedroom. See, there you go. Marie says she's got a son who's gay, and he thinks it's ridiculous. Good for him, because it is. I have gay family members. They think this is ridiculous. They don't even want nothing to do with any of it. They say it's all just for attention, and it's always negative attention. I mean, geez. Any excuse for chicken? Is it a chicken? I can't see what it is. Is it good? It's just they're ridiculous. It's an attention thing. Apparently, they didn't get enough attention as a child, so they got to make up for it and drive everybody nuts. I've never made it a secret that I write male paranormal romance. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed. And yes, the community is getting pissed about all the additional letters. I know. What is it that one comedian calls them? The alphabet people? The alphabet people. Just be people, you know? And what they do in their bedrooms is nobody's damn business but their own. Jeez, my cousin and her wife are like, we didn't want them in our group. They just put the trans and fury in with us. We don't want them. It's just ridiculous. You know, I know that they sit there and they shake their heads and go, oh God, these people have just lost it. Sage wants to know, Cree, if she was like one of your books, which one would you recommend? They fought so hard for freedom to be themselves, marry and love who they want to get. There you go. Yeah. And these people are coming in and stirring up the shit again. That doesn't need to be stirred up. Flurries around here look so funny because they stand out. In this town, furries are hilarious. It's just hilarious. I know somebody that makes those furry suits. He makes a good living at it. And I helped him at one time. Everything is sewn very well. They're very well made. He does a good job at it. Ace handing out a second round of coffee. Yeah, we need it with this subject. Good morning, Steve. How's it going? Hey, Steve, that short that you and Alex put together, nice. I'm watching it, and all of a sudden, yeah. I said, oh, God. Thank God I wasn't drinking nothing. It would have spit it back out, but it was funny. Good morning, Alex. Welcome to the Brew Crew. Nice cover pick. Haha. I have subscribed. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Miss Pinky is going to go relax. You get better, Pinky. And get out. Nobody wants to hang out in the hospital, especially during holidays or weekends. Get out. Get out. Get home. Let's see. Yeah, you'll have to recommend which one for her to read. Steve's laughing. Yeah, I know. I'm like looking at this short and I'm thinking, oh, look at that. It's pretty cool. And then bleh, I'm like, oh, God. They got me. It's like, oh, damn. See, I know the tax on trans people have gotten worse. And I don't condone it whatsoever. Because we have a few in our neighborhood actually that work at the local stores, and it's just a person, okay. I don't think nothing else more of it. One of them's very nice. She's very social, um, little flamboyant because boy, she likes that color, but that's okay. That's her. And nobody makes a big deal out of it. What is the big friggin' deal? I still have to sleep here nearly 3 p.m. here in the UK. Oh, wake up, Mark. Wake up. If we have to be awake, you have to be awake. That's just the way it is. I just finished my mocha. I need to brew now. Going Christmas shopping with my dad on Friday. I haven't spent on time for years. Oh, that'll be so nice. I know I'm bad. I haven't bought anything for Christmas yet. Oh, bad Laura. Bad Laura. You know what I'll end up doing? I'll buy it all online and have it delivered to the house because I don't do the shopping in the stores. I'll end up throat punching somebody. And I don't want that side to come out, so we'll stay home. It's safer. Uh, just for fun time, I always suggested in my mating games or Haven Range series for more intense dragon series. Nice, nice. So there you go. You got some to pick from. Some to pick from. Let's see. Cynthia, Miss Cynthia, how's it going? Are you got all your baking and stuff done, Miss Cynthia? Oh, well, crap. I thought I'd have time to stay and chat, but my timer goes off. Hi and bye, everyone. See you all after Thanksgiving. Oh, she's taking off on us. Okay, Dolly, you have a great Thanksgiving too. I know I wanted to squeeze this one in before, everything gets chaotic here. I won't be doing a show this evening because I had made a commitment to someone else. I'm helping with a covert mission, guys. Ooh. And so I won't be able to squeeze a show in tonight. Or maybe later, who knows? It depends on how this goes. If it ends early, then maybe I can put one out. It would be an open mic. I will check on those. Okay, yeah, so there you gave her something to check out. With everything going on here, I don't have time for Christmas this year, but I will send things to my grandkids. Nice. Almost finished the kids. The rest of the family, I'll leave until now. I paid for me and my mom to see the Tina musical back in April for December 17th. Oh, how nice. How nice. Are you saying goodbye, Alex? Or are you just waving to all of us? I've already had my granddaughter's K-pop Demon Hunter blankets. I have figured out what to get my grandson this year. The older they get, the harder it gets. Covert mission. Ooh, that's exploring. Yeah, no, it's something else. It's interesting. Hopefully it works out well. And I promised I would take part. My problem is I have a hard time saying no sometimes. But this one is intriguing. So I'm like, yeah, I'm down. let's do this. I'll go for it. Why not? Oh, okay. I thought you were taking off on us. So yeah, that's everybody's on a scramble now because this is like the countdown. Even though we have like a month to go, as far as Christmas goes, the countdown is because everybody's you going Black Friday shopping. I'm like, no, I've never done that. I always thought people were nuts standing in line for hours to save a couple of bucks. Oh, yeah, that's okay, Alex. It's easy to be confused so early in the morning. For the last several years, I have gotten family silver bullion coins and a tree ornament holder. Piece of silver has gone up. Not sure how much longer I can afford it. That's a great idea, though. That is a great idea. Now that everybody's older, that's what my father does. He just puts money in a Christmas card. because he doesn't know what anybody wants, anybody's sizes, and it's just he says, "Here, you buy what you want." So he'll put money or gift card in a card and hangs them on the tree, and everybody goes gets their names are all on the envelopes. And everybody, like they're all grown up. We have no little ones. So I just say, you know what? The dinner is your gift. I spent 2 days putting it together. Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas. Yes, silver is interesting. People collect silver and gold. Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff silver that I've saved over the years. Um, and of course, it all depends on what silver's going for at that moment, what you're going to get out of it. I have some really nice old silver pieces, and they're all put away. They're for my son. He can do what he wants with them. Time for another zombie coffee pot crawl. I can see she's got the moan on and everything. Oh, coffee, coffee. Oh, good morning, Sheila. How are you? I was collecting broken gold jewelry, but it was stolen in a burglary. Everything keeps triggering me when I think about stuff that I've lost. Oh no. That's terrible. Well, when I was making jewelry and stuff, I would collect. Well, my husband used to. He was the maintenance supervisor for an independent living home. It was an apartment building for rich old people, is what it was. And when they would pass, their kids would come and just throw all of their stuff in the garbage. And I mean, everything. And my husband would go through the bags and he would find jewelry boxes filled with stuff. And he'd bring it home. And then I would go take it to the gold trader, and make hundreds of dollars off of this stuff. Nobody would check any of it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So all of that money would have went into the garbage dump. The thing is, my son and daughter-in-law get everything for my grandson. When I ask, what can I get him? They say, whatever, Mom. Huge help, right? I would have said, gee, thanks. That was helpful. Pieces of silver. You sound like a pirate. Arr, yes, matey. And that just reminds me, Mark, there's this sea shanty that I listen to on YouTube. I'm stuck on this song. God, I have to think of what the hell the name of it is. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Good God. Fibrofog. Some cooking. I have turkey and sides, bit of veg. And we're getting something from Aldi's then. Yeah, I do all my shopping at Aldi's. Aldi's is awesome. Holidays are so stressful, bring up so many memories of everyone that's not here anymore. Yeah, and my husband says that too. And the thing is, I always tell him, I says, you know what? That's the time that you start thinking of the wonderful memories. Turn it around. Don't make it a bad thing. Make it a good thing. Excuse me. Like when I hang up, because I save old Christmas cards. And we've got Christmas cards from his sisters that aren't with us anymore. And at first, when he spotted it, he got a little upset. And I go, no, look at the beautiful message that she's written in here. I said, so this you can enjoy that and then start remembering the good things. Don't think about that she's not here anymore. She is here in spirit, Y'all need to start talking food. I need meal ideas for today. Oh. Okay, so we have to help Cree figure out what to make for dinner. I'm still thinking of Wellerman. Is that the name of the song? I think that's the name of it, the Wellerman. And I could listen to that over and over, and I'm thinking, oh my God. I even caught myself like waking up in the morning and singing it in my head. I'm thinking, oh my God, Lord. Huh. Yeah, I love historical places. Think more or less like historical transports. My favorite things are probably classic cars and old bike stuff. Yes, I love that. I love historical places too. I love the history and everything. When I do my cemetery rolls, um, that's what I do. I go through it. I write down names and the dates and all of that, and then I go home and I research those people. And it's amazing the history you come up. As somebody that's just in a cemetery that's local. The morning cough, guys. Sorry. My mom is upset this morning going on about her expensive purse. It was all a little memory in it I had 25 years ago. Last song last night had me crying my eyes about losing people. It is hard. It's hard. It really is. Actually, this year my son's girlfriend is bringing her grandmother to dinner this year, and she looks like my mother-in-law. And it's disturbing to my husband because we lost my mother-in-law 2 years ago now. So I told him, I says, well, if it bothers you too much, then just, go back upstairs and that's it. So uh, she's a dead ringer for her. It really is kind of spooky. So I do understand how he feels. But see, he's always negative. I'm always positive. I always turn it into something positive, or do my best to do that. It's just stuff. Stuff can be replaced. It's the violation that's hard to do. Yeah. Well, because I had that happen to me too once. I had my wallet stolen. You guys heard me talk about that. And it was the pictures, and I had a gold pen in there that my grandmother gave me, and my grandmother had passed away, and this stuff that can't be replaced. So that I was more upset about that than the credit cards and like the $2 or whatever was in it. And all the ID and the crap. I didn't care about all that crap. It was the personal items and the violation that somebody was in the purse. I threw the purse away. I need dinner suggestions today too. Have to start fixing something for tomorrow. I had all of my cards too. It was looking at all of my last ones from my mom and last ones. Still have money in it. She gave me with her note. Alex, yeah, I think that's what it is. The Wellerman. Yeah. Yeah, it is a violation. So it's very upsetting. Yeah, it's the little notes and photos and trinkets. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly how you feel. And then all that stuff ended up like in a dumpster somewhere, because all they're wanting is your credit cards and your money, and then they take the person, they throw it in a bush or in a garbage can. So that's the part that sucks. Meat pies. Who's making meat pies? I was thinking about making beef stroganoff for dinner. What do you guys think? Beef stroganoff, or maybe oh god, here we go again. Brain. Oh God, I'm so brain dead this morning. Um, Salisbury steaks. There we go. Sweet potato casserole, pea casserole, and banana pudding. Oh my. Yeah, what's on everybody's? Well, those of us that are celebrating Thanksgiving, what is on the menu? We're having a non-traditional meal tomorrow. Roast beast. I had to look twice. I'm thinking sheep and beast. Butternut squash. I haven't had squash in years. Oh my God. Potatoes, carrots, cream cheese, cherry pie. Oh boy, that I would go for. Pumpkin muffins and cranberry orange bread. That sounds wonderful. Wow, the very thought, Laura, you've had a method to your madness doing all this stuff. You have a good work regime. There's Sheila. Some people use the method on using digital tech. That's awesome. Well, there's always something to my madness because I'll have people question me about certain things. They go, "Wait, no, you'll see. It will come. You got to just." I love banana pudding. That's funny. That's my son's bringing. Yeah, a banana pudding dessert because he likes that as well. I had my wallet and phone stolen. Lost photos of my dad that I didn't have copies of. Oh, see, that's the thing. You don't care about the money and all the other garbage. It's the personal stuff. Really sucks. And those scumbags don't care. They don't care because they don't have those kind of things. All they're after is just to take your money. Because God forbid they go get a job. Our house has to distinguish between meat pies with vegetables, tortillas, and shepherd pie. Oh, I like shepherd pie because some people are fussy. Oh, hey, you put out what you put out. If it's not good enough, tell them, then go home or go to a restaurant. It was taken in a burglary in August. I'm still struggling with it all. Well, it's going to take you a long time. It does. It took me a long time. Like I said, the longer I hid the purse and I stopped carrying it and I would just keep looking at it and looking at it. Every time I touched it, I felt creeped. I said, you know what? No, I need to throw this purse out. This is the problem. I was, they didn't steal it. They just took the wallet, but knowing that a stranger's hand was in there and violated my private space, yeah. And once I threw the purse out, then I started feeling better. So you're just going to have to find something that's going to help you feel better. Oh, this lost all of her pictures of her kids in a fire. I went and had copies of all the ones she'd given me and gave to her. I was surprised no one else thought to do it. Oh, that was nice of you. So my mother-in-law used to make several copies of pictures. So if somebody lost one, I go, oh, wait, I got one here. We'll print one out. It's just me and a sweetie for Thanksgiving and Christmas and my little dog, Sully. Oh, I'm going to do a crock pot Thanksgiving all together dish. Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, meat pies. What about Wigan pie sandwich? Oh, yeah. Pie and sticky toffee. Oh, my goodness. It's funny how everybody has such different things. My mother is allergic to mushrooms, so I have to be careful what I make. So, well, yeah, you don't have to put the mushrooms in because my husband hates mushrooms. I tell him to pick them out. But yeah, you don't even have to put them in. You can still do the beef stroganoff and just, or like I said, I also do it with the Salisbury steaks. Just, I tell them pick them out. I eat more because I like mushrooms. I thought about meatloaf or a Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes. There you go. Yummo. Hey, Goth Gal, how's it going? James. Oh, James, you just break my heart. One frozen micro meal for one. Yeah, roast beast. I know that's hilarious. I had to read that twice, Alex, because I wasn't sure that's what she put. I thought I was reading it wrong. It's bad enough I can't even see. I'm in the UK, so it's just a normal day. Yeah, it's just a normal day for you guys. I'm allergic to mushrooms too. They give me severe headaches. Really? Wow. You're the first person I've ever known to be allergic to mushrooms. But hey, I'm sure it's pretty common. It's like my dad, he's allergic to peaches and cherries. And I'm thinking, oh God, I would die if I couldn't eat those. Banana split and fritters. Fritters, banana fritters, batter. Lovely. Ooh, that does sound good. One year I found someone's wallet and it had been thrown in my gutter. ID had been removed, so I could never find the owner to return it to. Oh. See, yeah, when I find stuff like that, yeah, I usually try to return it if there's an ID. If not, then I just turn it into the police and then let them deal with it. I must admit, oh yeah, no, nobody compares to grandma. I'm with you there, Sheila. Even mom, my mother always made everything homemade, and when I started taking over, I'm thinking, how does the stuffing? I've watched her do it my whole life, and I never could quite get it. And then just in the last couple of years, I perfected my mother's stuffing, but it took that long. It's insane. Dang, any of you ever argue with your body parts? Yes. Everything's rebelling. Tell them, knock it off. I don't have time for that. Hey, Singer Ground, how are you? Good morning. Oh, I'm glad that you're here to hang out with the crew, be a part of the crew. You got the coffee, tea, whatever you're drinking, energy drink. We're yakking about food. We started it early because Cree needs dinner ideas. Pam says, I argue with mine daily. They usually went, yeah, I do too. like my back was screaming so bad yesterday, but then last night while watching somebody on, I forgot who I was watching, and I got the little miniature uh kit that I mentioned the other day to you guys. And so I started putting some of that stuff together, and my husband's just shaking his head. He goes, you're insane. I go, what do you mean? Excuse me. He goes, you have a hard time seeing small things, and here you got these little dinky pieces that you're putting together for that miniature house. I go, I know, I love it. Excuse me. All the time, Sage. Right now, my right leg and low back are screaming cuss words. Excuse me. My goodness. My purse was stolen at Walmart one year. Yeah, you do. You feel violated. Oh God, even had your keys and stuff too. Yeah. You know what I did is I stopped carrying key. I don't even really carry a purse anymore. Even though I'm a purse junkie, I love them. I don't carry them. I have I made little leather bags for years, and it was pretty much, for summertime when you only wanted to carry like your wallet or your cell phone, and that's it. And so that's what I use now. It goes over your head, so it's a cross body strap type deal. And it's a big enough for, yeah, my cell phone. And that's so there's no way anybody could steal it because it's right on you. Because and then I realized, why do we need to carry all this garbage with us? My sister has a freaking suitcase she carries around. And I tell her, my God, how could you carry this stupid thing? So yeah, it's just I made it simpler, and the keys we have hung up in a certain area in our hallway so that I don't have to worry about anybody robbing anything. Oh no, really, like anything sweet today. Have mint assortment was gifted, just simple ration food. If that is how to describe sweets, but yeah, like sausage rolls and stuff. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Last year I just had leftover Chinese for Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness. See, I would love to get away with that, but then I would miss all the goodies. I have to put out a full blown meal. And if I don't make a certain thing, I get bitched. Oh, where's this? But all the fun's going to start tonight because usually I do up the relish trays the night before, chop up everything else the night before. So it makes it easy. So then tomorrow, all I got to do is just cook it all. Grab some coffee to wake me up. I take meds in the eve, and they make me really sleepy for hours. When I wake up, I gotta restart my brain engine. Yeah, it's brain engine. I'm a little behind here. Yeah, at Chinese restaurant here, even better. I had broken locket that was my nan's. Died in '97. I had a size picture of my grandpa when he started in the police force in the late '40s. a photo of my first son from the newspaper for the cutest toddler. Oh, yeah, I can see why you were upset. See, it's all the personal stuff. It's going to take you a while. I don't think you're ever really going to let it go, but you'll end up be pushing it back out of the way so it's really not on your mind all the time. My grand used to bake absolutely everything. Some grands bake, but my grand's chef, and she knew uh, we had tons of memories cooking and food. Yeah, love the food. Coffee, everything. That's right, James. You're never alone. We told you that. We tell everybody that. Don't ever anybody ever feel like they're alone. We're here. A spaghetti pie last night. It was delicious. I've never had that, Steph. I can admit I've never had. I've seen it, never had it. What the hell did I make last night? I forgot. Oh, we had leftovers. Chicken riggies. Oh, which was awesome. Anybody hot chocolate from Costco? That's nice. I don't. I'm not a big connoisseur of hot chocolate, which is strange because I love chocolate, but something about. Good morning, Simon. How are you today? Every time I think of ginger cake with fudge icing, I begin missing my grand. She was a fabulous cook. She's been gone since 2010. Loved till 103. Oh, bless her, bless her. I know it's really hard. That's when you do miss the grandmas as the holidays. I would love to always sit and watch my grandmother cook. And I just the way her hands, when they say you put the love in the food, that's what I would think when grandma was mixing stuff together and you just those are the things that you miss. Last week I made a ziti pasta bake. Ooh, that sounds good. We went out for Chinese food for Canadian Thanksgiving. It was very good, and no one had to clean. Oh, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. I just once, but I know I can't get away with it. Good morning, Spain. How are you? Because even my father was thinking this year, well, how about we just don't do Christmas and Thanksgiving dinner, And I'm like, what? And then my sister found out and she got on him. What are you crazy? So yeah, you can't get away with not doing it. He was just trying to give me a break. He said, because you're always doing too much. He goes, and I don't want that on time. I said, don't you worry about it. Everybody will chip in. I go to the Waffle House for Christmas dinner. Did they put on a good waffle Christmas dinner? Good morning, Cass. I'm just out of my last trauma therapy assessment session. Very much a blinking hello and lurking today. You lurk away. I'm glad you took the time to pop in and say hello. I desperately need to go somewhere. I tried to have my son crack my back the other day and it didn't work. It's like, oh crap. Oh, quite nice, Simon, like fudge icing to toffee cake. That was something baked with Gran. One time we made a toffee cake, could taste it for days. It was, oh, wow. That's when it's nice. When you just think about it and your mouth starts to water. Actually, today I'm going to be making an apple cake at some point. I got to use up the apples. I don't want them to go bad. And I'm totally behind. Gran always kept. Oh no, yeah, I know that's right. You've got those issues where you have trouble eating sometimes. That just sucks. It really does suck. Grant also kept a half a brick in her bag. One year, someone tried to snatch it. She swung the bag and knocked the thief out. All right, Grandma, score. Love it. She was thinking, no, you ain't touching my purse. I love it. Got a roast beef this eve before my adventures. Oh, yummy, yummy. Actually, I bought roast beef to make soon. My husband's thinking, oh, I said, we got to wait. Well, I'm not going to do it now. We got Thanksgiving come up. I'll make the roasts after. I have to bake desserts and prep veggies today. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing too, Sage. Well, yeah, I want to do the cake. Because I just ran out of gas yesterday. After doing that other stuff, I couldn't take it no more. So I'll do a cake today and then do all of the veggie trays and all that stuff. That's why I love, when I bought my refrigerator, everybody thought I was nuts because I've got one of those French door refrigerators. And I'm thinking, why do you need one that big? I said, because for party trays. I was always sick and tired of trying to figure out a way to make party trays and stuff fit in the refrigerator. So I said, to hell with it. I'm going to jump in and buy this big refrigerator. Of course, everybody had to fit because we had to get it in our house. It wouldn't fit through the door. We had to take the doors off of it. And then my son goes, if you ever move, the fridge is staying here. I go, bullshit, it is. And I never regretted buying it whatsoever because everything fits right in there. One of the best things I ever got. Oh, Cass, we're sorry. If you need any of us, just reach out. Try to get some rest. I'm preparing today. Just have to pop in the oven. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do too. Oh, nice preparing. It sounds like, yeah, you got to do it when you're doing a big dinner for people. You got to do. I used to do it all on that day, and I'm thinking, well, I must be nuts. I must be crazy. So I just said, from now on, the night before, all this little tiny things, get them done ahead of time. Even potatoes, peel them all, cut them up, put them in a bag of water in the fridge. They're fine. And then you just put them in the pot the next day and get them going. Because you don't want them to turn black. So you put them in the cold water, put them in the fridge in a bag or a container, and they stay, and they're fine. You boil them the next day. You got to do all this prep work because otherwise, oh God, it's just too much. Let's see. Let me scroll down, see what I'm behind on here. Still fresh. Sorry, bringing down. You're not bringing anybody down. No, definitely not. Not bringing anybody down. My aunt used to make spaghetti sandwiches with leftover spaghetti. Really? I've never heard anybody do that. Sounds interesting. Carb overload. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Tomorrow I'm making Thanksgiving dinner, but it isn't Thanksgiving here. Then I have to cook red enchiladas because I have to go to my brother's. A brother-in-law's tomorrow evening. Ah, enchiladas. Enchiladas. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Tomorrow. Yes. Thank you, Cass. You got to rest. You can lurk and rest. No, thanks, hon. I just saw a quote from a coworker that I love. No amount of working will give us the energy to deal with our problems. Yeah, you know what it is I think we just have to. You just take it a day at a time. Deal with something a day at a time. Deal with it as it comes. I can't do the go out and eat. I need the leftover. Yeah, I have to have the leftovers too because my husband looks forward more to the turkey sandwich the next day than anything else. But I actually, not for nothing, same thing. I'll do the, and of course, a lot of people probably get grossed out with this, but I like to do the turkey and I put stuffing on it and cranberry sauce on the sandwich. Don't knock it till you try it. Because my husband even goes, oh, I go, no, you like it all when you're eating it at the dinner. Just put it on a sandwich, put a little food lube on there, and you're good to go. What date do you do Thanksgiving? It is tomorrow. I have some canned apple pie filling. Ah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you've canned it. So yeah, that's right. You're good to go. absolutely are when it's that good and amazing. Let's see. Fried potatoes and onion sandwich. I like fried potatoes. I've never put it on a sandwich though. I'm not a really big bread person. So I would have just made the fried potatoes and onions and ate it like that. My mom used to cook all. She was an amazing cook. Dad cooks now. Mom has dementia. Yeah, I'm dealing with the same thing, Simon. My mom has dementia, so she has no idea. I always tease her and I say, in the time you're supposed to go out hunting, you got to go get the turkey. And all she says is, what? I said, come on, we're going to take you out to the woods. You got to get the turkey. And she just looks at me like I'm insane because she don't understand what the hell I'm talking about. I'm totally way behind. If Mark is leaving, bye, Mark. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hey, Friday, how's it going? I'm mobile, typing very slow. That's okay because I'm behind probably about 5 minutes. Uh, Being here and listening, knowing you're all here is real comfort. I'll go rest shortly. Oh yes, we're here. You know, you guys, we're here for everybody. We do the best we can. You know, that's what it's about. You know, try to help everybody the best that we can. You know, and I know we're states or continents apart, or but still we're here and we're one on one. So we do the best that we can, even if it's just a phone call. It helps. Oh, nice, Simon. That's the shame. New people with dementia, arthritis, dementia, particularly. Not good illness. Yeah. My mom's full blown dementia, but we have fun with it. You got to try to have fun with it, Simon. You just, I always tease my mother, but it ain't that bad because I'll say when she gets to get on my nerves, I'll tell her, keep it up. I'll put you to work, and then she just does a Yui and takes off into the other room. So she knows what work is, and I laugh. And it's work for I say here, take the broom and sweep, and she knows what to do, but she doesn't really get the whole concept of sweeping, so she'll push it back and forth. It's just to keep her busy. That's what my husband says about my original Singer sewing table. The original worked pedestal belt drive, sat in a nook at the top of the stairs. Oh, I love the old sewing machines. I used to love to cook myself, even though I wasn't a brilliant cook. And then suddenly my mobility kicked in, and suddenly lymphedema, and I found out hard to move around. I went through that yesterday, Simon. I had to sit down and make my pies because I couldn't stand. And I'm thinking, this is new. I made it work. So you just got to figure out new ways to make it work. If you love to cook, you got to make it. You just put a stool in the kitchen and sit down and do what you got to do. I buy shit. I have a deep freezer. So this time of year, I buy the shit out of turkeys and have 5 to last me. That's fan. Yeah. We have a freezer in the basement too. All I want are the deviled eggs. Yeah, Friday, I'm making those tomorrow morning. I'm catching up. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, can't listen to anything loud. Had an ear op when I was 12. Put a hole in my ear. My left ear is open. Oh, ow. Yeah, the mobility thing is, you just got to find different ways to make it work, Simon. That's all. Does anyone remember the time when turkey was like $8 for a large one? Now they're like 30 and 40 bucks. Oh, Cree, I seen one that was $85. Believe that one. It totally had to start. You could take this back to the farmer for all I care. 85 bucks for a turkey. What are you smoking, lady? I'm with you, Laura. Cranberry sauce included in my turkey sandwich. Yes, Ed. All right. It's fantastic. And like I said, I put mayonnaise and salt and pepper. It's freaking great. It's freaking great. I make a cranberry, orange, and port sauce. Oh, wow. That sounds really good. That's, and I change it up. My husband has a fit. But I would definitely try that. That sounds awesome. If you're working out, there's something that you got personal health issues going on. It is not causing problems to others to actually ask for a health day, just to take a day or two off. Yeah, to get better. Yeah, I don't ask. I always tell people that too. I don't ask. I tell. Just like when I'm on a vacation, when I was working, I say, "Well, I'm taking these weeks off," and they just look at me. Oh, okay. It doesn't give them the opportunity to say no. So same thing if I'm sick. I'm sick. Bye. See you in a day or two. I'm surprised I never got fired. But I'm always very direct. I had to roast less to have price. Some steak soups, fajitas. Kept some whole. I have a bar stool in my kitchen. I have a stool in my kitchen too, Marie. And it's you just move it around. You sit, you do what you got to do. But yesterday was pretty. The very first time I had to do this sit to prepare something or make something, and I was like, "Oh, this is messed up." But boy, this back just won't let up. And the last thing I wanted was my back to go out because then I would be doing the show laying down. Hi, live from the mattress. Of course, I can't afford to have my back go out because then everybody would be screwed because they'd all have to do the dinner and I could see the panic now. Oh my God. Yeah, not a bad cook. To answer, used to bake with Gran. Baking is nice for me to enjoy doing something. Yeah, I do. It's very relaxing. I find it relaxing when you're cooking something and it's just, I don't know. And then you love it when somebody's eating it, they're really enjoying it, then you know you did your job right. Yeah, Laura, it's why I can't go too much watching on track. I love that, but making things is hard. And let me reread that. It's why I can't go too much of watching them on a track. I love them making things hard. I don't I'm lost. I'm lost on that. I have ruptured left eardrum and heavy scarring in my right ear, bad tinnitus. Oh, geez, I'm so sorry about the Marie. Tinnitus must be terrible. You're supposed to wear hearing aids. My dad's supposed to wear hearing aids too, and he hates them, so he don't wear them. Plus, we are being happy about Beardo for anyone that hasn't heard. Yes, good for him. Good for him. Anyone says I shout, but I can't. I talk. Well, you wouldn't know it. I talk really loud in the house because my husband is hard of hearing. This because he won't have tubes put in his ears. He's being a pain in the ass. And my father's hard of hearing. So I got a big mouth. So then when I go somewhere else, I'm really loud. And I'm like, oh my God. I annoy myself because I'm being loud. I try not to be loud on here. I try to use my indoor voice. But when the ringing starts, it's really painful. Oh, God. I'm waiting to have a double knee replacement, so I know all about mobility issues. Getting old is so much fun. Yeah, I know. Then that somebody lied to us. Big time lie. Oh my God, double knee replacement. Oh, you know what? But you're gonna be happy. Well, I can say you're gonna be happy you had it done because I know several people who've had it done. It's gonna be painful afterwards, but they make you get up and walk around, and you got to do your exercises. I know somebody had it done and it was up walking around in 2 days, just like nothing happened, and they're happy that I had it done. I do have a chest freezer, and I don't know how it happens, but neighbors turned up frozen. Oh. Snuck in there. Sorry means cars and bikes on track like racing. Oh, okay. I was talking to somebody else about that. I tried riding a motorcycle once. That tells you it didn't work out too well. I had a friend of mine who was trying to teach me how to do it. Of course, for one thing, I had the wrong shoes on. The shoes I had on were girly shoes. They were slippery on the bottom. So he's telling me everything to do. I started it up. I started to make it go forward. My foot slipped out. I dumped the bike in the driveway, it landed on my leg. I broke the mirror. I said, okay, lesson over. And that was it. I said, I'll just be a passenger. I suck at it because I really wanted to learn how to ride. Good morning, Wiz. How are you? I was about to ask anyone if they heard about Beardo. Yes. Okay. That's what she was. Yes, we did. I said that at the beginning of the program. We are so happy for him. And hopefully it'll teach these people a lesson, which I doubt, but they might need to be taught a lesson. You know, nowadays you need to have all these freezers. The way food prices are, and when you find a sale, you got to hurry up, load up, do the best that you can. And if you can, like sage, can stuff. Go back to, I used to do a lot of canning. I'm going to have to go back to it. Oh, I love to cook, but I hate when people come in and get my way. Leave me the hell alone. Yeah, that's why I was saying get out of my kitchen. Yeah. Go sit over there and chop up something. Just, because you're moving and you're grooving. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. They itch my ears. Yeah, my father hates his. He says he could hear himself talk or walking. It drives him insane. I have tinnitus in my ears, and when my dad started nagging me, he's 85, and zooms everywhere about how I have trouble walking around and I'm lazy. I just switched them off. Oh, jeez. That's all. Done listening. Shut it off. Let's see. My mom is bone on both. Oh, ow. Bone on both knees. And yeah, they won't touch her. Yeah, because of the AFib. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Yes, we'll be here. We'll be here, James. We'll be here. Yes, all his strikes are removed. Clean. So see, all of our, we actually made a difference. Everybody, the people were heard. Actually, I was thinking about getting, you're talking about baking kits and stuff like that. I was thinking about getting a gingerbread house kit because I don't want to be bothered baking the gingerbread. I don't have time for that. But get a kit and putting together a giant gingerbread house. I think that would be fun. My husband would think I'm nuts anyway. I'd love doing all that stuff. I used to make cakes and stuff like that for people, and I only do it now for family, but because it's a lot of work. I enjoy the work, but it's I've got too much going on. Just yelled, seen a rat scurrying along the path next door to my home. Oh, God. Let the cat loose. The cat will get it. Of course, here, if it was my dog would have seen it, she would have went after it. She goes after everything. Knew a James Upton thing must be a different person. Last night, the missus decided she wanted to de-ice her freezer and she punctured the line. Oh no! Oh no. Bad time for that to happen. He has tinnitus, but it doesn't bother me. You're used to it? Because I know it would drive me insane. I hate it when sometimes I'll get like a buzzing in my ear. It doesn't happen all the time. I'm thinking, oh God, it's driving me nuts. Yeah, my left ear did itch lots through the years, but it's better than it was. Like everything, Laura, as she say, you've got to adapt with life. Yeah, you have to. You've got no choice. The golden years was a lie, guys. They lied to us. The golden years are when you're in your 20s and you're healthy and nothing's hurting and You could conquer the world. When you're old, it's just everything hurts, always hurts, and never goes away. I knew the strikes would be removed because he wasn't violating real copyright laws. Exactly, Friday. They were just trying to take it down. They wanted to shut him up, and it didn't work. Um, but then it makes them a target. You know what I mean? Now people know what they're up to. And so, I don't know. To be continued, I guess. Let's see. I have had it for 45 years. You get used to it. I have two tones. One that sounds like angry cicada and a diesel engine. Oh God, they would drive me insane. Because my hearing is really good. That's why I like listening to EVPs because I pick up sound really well, and that would definitely hinder listening to EVPs because then I wouldn't know what was what. You don't have rats in your food processor. You'll end up with ratatouille. Oh yeah, pass on that. Well, yeah, it was. It was very emotional. Well, see, it proves it. He's a human being too, and they pretty much, yeah, it was like an arrow to the heart, and he even admitted he didn't realize how much the channel meant to him and meant to everybody in the community. So I'm glad that it worked out for the better. I just have this continuous tone like a squeak calls. Stupid idiot. I was at school with a lot of firework right behind me. Left ear has not been the same. Oh, yeah, that's but they thought it was funny, and now you have ear troubles. Can't believe Thanksgiving was time. I know this year has flown by. Yeah, it's the rusty ears. Yeah, there you go, the rusty ears. That's good. They should have to face. I agree. They should have to have some kind of repercussions for misusing the copyright options. I just and they might have repercussions just on their channels alone because of what they did, and then they bragged about how it was pretty much a setup. Why would you want to follow and be involved with people like that? They're that devious. I mean, that is just evil. Sage, I think you've got it. Rust wins. Yeah, the Rust wins. So yeah, Alex, Thanksgiving for us is tomorrow. We all knew what they were up to. We could tell you they weren't really getting paranormal activity. What they really did was make up the debunking to get more secure than the stronger. Yeah, it's that's evil that you are blatantly going after somebody just because of what they do or their opinion. The older we get, the faster yes, I think that too. The older we get, time goes faster. Even though it really just doesn't. I just think now we pay attention to it more. I've had mine for 28 years. 8 years ago, I fell off a boat in Turkey and landed in the water at the side of my head. 5 years ago, my son accidentally hit me in the face underwater, ruptured the left. Oh, ouch. Boy, you've been banged around, Marie. Tell everybody to stay away from you. That's like filing a false police report. Yeah, I would think so, Wiz. I would think that that's how you would classify it, but they probably won't. They probably won't think of it that way. Uh, Hi, Tina. Good morning. Good morning. Sitting here at the cancer center waiting for my husband's treatment to start. How is everyone? We are fine, but how are you and how is your husband? That is the question. Reproduction. would be a good YouTube in general. It shows that the nonsense is a bad idea. Well, at least they didn't get away with it, you know? Ear and fractured the wall between the ear socket and face in the hospital in Turkey every day before I was allowed to fly home. Oh, God. Yeah, because if you have ear issues, they don't want you to fly. Oh, that must have really sucked. Let's see. Oh, I finally got to the bottom. Ta-da! I got to the bottom. There's true is, and there are laws against filing false reports on this. Bureau could take it further, but he really isn't that kind of a guy. Yeah, yeah, he could. He could file a lawsuit. But I think he just wants it over and he wants peace in his life again. I think permanent demonetization, yes, is a good response, if not banned entirely. There should be yeah, there should be some kind of repercussion because of it. And they have ding ding ding. Yeah. Yeah, like Sarah's ding 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 got to the bottom. Demonetization. I can't even say it. Monetization. Thank you. There we go. We got it out. I agree. And make them start all over again. Put it that way. You want to play that game, then you have to start from the bottom and work your way back up. We're both fine. Thank you for asking. He's asleep. Can sleep anywhere. Well, most guys can. Most guys can. My husband, I think he can fall asleep standing up. uh, but yes, yes, we're all sending love and well wishes for your husband, Tina. The evil C word has touched pretty much everybody's lives, and it just sucks. That's the one thing. If I, you could ever have a wish, as just a cure for that to go away. Do you think they will lose subs over their actions? Uh, I don't know. All depends on if we're dealing with people that use common sense and see what they were doing was wrong and had morals. Then, if I was, a subscriber to a channel and I heard they did something like that, I would just, I would drop them, instantly drop them, because that just tells me what kind of people they are. It would deter a good deal of petty claims. Yeah, it would. That should be the outcome. Yeah. If you're playing around, if you put in a false claim just for revenge, yeah, they should make them start all over. Nah, I can't really never stay asleep. Oh, my husband's falling asleep in the bathroom. I'm knocked into the door. It's like, hello, are you live in there? And I hear him. Well, see, because our bathroom is really big and I have a vanity and a wing bag chair in our bathroom. And he'll sit in that chair. And then I'm like, hello, you've been in there for a while. You all right? And he fell asleep. Because he'll sit there, take his shoes off and he just sit there for a minute. And yeah, it just takes that minute. He's out. YouTube will still play the ads. They would just keep the money. Ah, yeah. I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see if they're gonna have uh, any kind of a punishment for what they tried to do. Because if YouTube is monitoring everything like they say they are, it's chats, posts, whatever, they could see, because it was right out there that they were bragging on how it was deliberate. So I don't know. I just don't know. You don't wish that on anybody. You just don't. The thing is that their fans don't think they did anything wrong. You're right, Cree. They don't. And there you go. The blind sheep. The blind sheep. I recovered from C twice. Had to check up a few weeks ago and no signs of return. 3.5 years in remission. Oh, fantastic, Marie. Fantastic. It's great when you hear that people beat it, you know? My husband lost a lot of his family to the big C. Both of his sisters, his father, his grandmother, grandfathers, they all high cancer rate in my husband's family. So I'm always on his ass about going to be checked, which really annoys him, but too bad. The thing is, they must have known it wouldn't work, right? Or it was mainly intimidation. And no, I actually think that they thought that they were going to shut him down. They thought they figured out a way to shut him down. And it didn't work. And yeah, kitties are good medicine. They are. Kitties and doggies. I know I'm not feeling well. My dog is stuck to me like glue. Of course, she's stuck to me like glue any other time. That's a German Shepherd thing. She's like right behind me right now. But when I'm not feeling well, she's like right in my face. And oh, you're 2 years out. Fantastic. I love it. And many more years of good health to come to both of you. Wonderful. It's always great when you hear that people have survived it because that is the big evil. My sister-in-law, when they found her, she had the Hodgkin's lymphoma. And it was caused by an infection she had in her body. And she went into remission for a couple of years, and then it came back with a vengeance. And unfortunately, it won the second time around. And it's like I said, my husband's actually the only one left. He's his younger sister and his older sister, both gone, both to different kinds of cancer. And then my father-in-law was the prostate. And that was, he had it, went for treatments, and it was good for a couple of years. And then it came back with a vengeance. It's just like it exploded in his body. It was holy crap. Though they would be easier to do smaller channels without community backing. Yeah. Good morning, Wayne. Good morning to you. See, that's the thing. If it was smaller channel, the smaller channels don't stand a chance. And it's not right. We work just as hard. Because I'm a small channel. I'm growing slowly. And I appreciate everybody. I love it, but it's hard work to keep going. I think James is on the right track. They report to say that they did it to teach him a lesson. Ben, he keeps jumping on me. Ben from Simply Strange reported this. Yeah. So I don't know. There should be something. I mean, they admitted it. So YouTube really does need to do something about the broken copyright. Yeah, copy strike system to make it work as intended. I think it's just a matter of further training and the AI that they use. Oh, so sorry. That's harsh. Yeah, well, because he's the only one left. We lost his mother 2 years ago. So and his mother actually, because my mother-in-law had 13 pregnancies and only 3 were viable. And then, of course, like I said, my husband lost the younger sister first. Then his father passed, and then his older sister. And then his mom 2 years ago. So he's it. So, like I said, I'm on him about health and checkups, even though he's not listening to me now because he coughs like crazy and because he smokes too much. And I bitch at it. You got to give up the damn cigarettes. Yeah, Laura, but you're doing well. I'm surviving, Alex. I'm doing my best. I'm surviving. It's hard. The YouTube is very difficult. It is that being a content creator is not easy for anybody. Even if you're an entertaining channel, it's you still got to come up with all this stuff. You got to perform and edit, and they do all the videos and stuff, and that's great. But just like my program, it's mostly interviewing. And so it's a long process. I have to find people, set up dates and all the shows. And then if they cancel, then you got to find a replacement or wing it. And it's, yeah. Early stage of cervical cancer in 2002, laser treatment for that one. A stage right vocal cord tumors. Oh my goodness. Did Simply Strange do a video? I haven't seen him on my feed lately. I haven't noticed, to be honest with. He might, though. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye out. We'll see. Unless he's going to stay away from this one. Good morning, Sherry. How are you this morning? Getting it all together for the big turkey day? Oh, he did. Oh, okay. It was not happening to Beard. It was happening to Beardo. I will have to go look at that one. Yeah, Grant's cancer kills loads of people. Yeah. It's the cancer is just, I call it the one true evil that we've got here on the planet. It's because it's not just affecting the person that has it, it's affecting the family as well. Because, you have to help them go through. Like, I used to take my father-in-law for his treatments because he couldn't drive anymore. And it's just an ongoing hell. And then there's no guarantee that it's got a good outcome. That's the thing that sucks. So only thing worse is the vid. Yeah, it took out a lot of people. I was hoping he would be fair. Yeah. Oh, you had it 3 times? Oh, geez. We all had it just once. And the first 3 days was the worst. And then after that, it was just like a regular cold. Ben admits he did wrong. No, I'm no fan. Just watch to see if he really has changed. Ah. I was really pleased to see the response that Beardo got from everyone. Well, yeah, we had we say we're a community. And, like or dislike, you're still a community. Still, support something that is wrong. It's telling that, that was wrong. We're going to support you in this. We know that you were, they're trying to screw you over because it's personal. That's just wrong. Yeah, he did, and it was fair and it was good. Oh, it should be. Well, because now what he's into, Simply Strange, he's got to be fair and pretty much impartial, just like when I have a guest on, not a lot of people might like the guests that I have on, but I have to stay neutral. I have to stay impartial. I'm there to interview the person, let them speak their piece. The chat gets their questions in. And, that's, I can't just come out and say, well, we all think you're a scumbag. We can't do that. I can't do that. I have to keep personal opinion to myself. And that's sometimes can be very difficult. I noticed how Beardo cheered up the longer he was live, but I don't know if I agree with Mr. Gray that he shouldn't have done his live stream. See, I didn't see Mr. Gray's yet. I haven't seen any of that yet. I know he's showing that he was a person, that he's, a person behind the persona. I think it's a good thing. I'll go to the Karma has decided I'm done doing her justice. I'm very good at being a thorn in people's sides for a change. Yeah. There you go, God, Cal. There you go. Well done. Brave. Tough man. Sorry to hear. First time, 4 days. Second time was 11 days. Last time was 3 weeks. Yeah, I had 3 weeks, is what I had for the first time, Marie. It sucked because I was getting bored, but they wouldn't let me go back to work because I was still fever kept flaring up every now and then. So they nope, you can't go back to work. Gray made a clip this morning. Oh, did he? Okay. See, I'll check all this stuff out after the show. I've definitely sided with Beardo, but I side with the Emily who was being treated. Jumped on me while I'm reading. Treated the way he was by the misuse of the system designed to protect and not destroy. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be for. But see, they figured it out. They figured it out. And if they would have won, I'm telling you, there would be somebody else next on the list. I agree with you and understand why Mr. Gray said what he did. People going to those channels and being nasty wasn't helping, but it was also an uprising of the community that helps him. Yeah, everybody was up in arms. And we should be, especially all of us that do programs. We all should be up in arms. Again, like whether you like them or not, because we could be next. We could be next. And me being a small channel, I would have been history. They would have just shut me down because I'm not, that popular and I'm not bringing in the big bucks, for YouTube. So thank God that he had what he had backing him. It'll be sad if Beardo caves and changes his format too much. I think he could still do a debunking, maybe. I think he's still going to do it, but I think he's just going to be a little more careful, which will make it even more harder doing what he does. But he's going to have to be very careful because he's going to be scared, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Beardo said that the Spectral took their strike down, but that got replaced by another one from all wrong. So childish and petty. Yeah, that's what it was. As soon as the other one was down, he got slammed with the third one again. I know Seg was shaking a bit in his pants, waiting for the outcome. Yeah, because I guarantee you they would have went after him next. He would have been next on the list. But Laura, you don't debunk them and call them fake or even mention them on your show. I stay away from it, Sherry. I stay away from it. As an interviewer, I don't have an opinion on how somebody is doing their content. I make questions up to question what they're doing. And then that's when I let you guys come in and then confront with your questions. See, I have to stay as neutral as possible because mine's not a controversial interview program. So it's a safe space for guest and community, but the community has the right to ask those questions. And then the guests can either answer or not. But I mean, it's fair. I try to keep it fair. If you're going to come on the show, then you're going to expect somebody's going to ask you some hard questions. And then that gives them the chance to defend themselves. And then it's up to you to believe them or not. Beardo knows he could be more aggressive than needed. If he makes changes, it will be to keep this from being a danger again. It's needed, unfortunately. Yeah, yep. Now, understand, I'm saying that Beardo should stay Beardo, and I often disagree with the man. However, I respect his passion and his truth. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that disagree with him. And it's hard to do what he does. It's hard to do what they all do. Because somebody is going to get their shorts in a knot over what they've got to say. That's why I go into chat, Sherry. I can be biased. Yeah, so you could the chat. You guys could get away with it all, and that's how I have it done. So that you guys can get those questions in, and either they answer it or they don't. I don't know. No, I never really had that issue ever yet, knock on wood. But if it does come up where something comes confrontational, then I handle it to the best way I can. Good morning, Justin. How are you? Of course, it's afternoon for you. See, just like Justin, the same thing. He's got to be neutral because he's the interviewer. So, if you bring out somebody controversial onto your show, because I've wanted to invite a lot of people, and everybody's like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. And I'm like, well, why not? Then this way it gives the community that opportunity to ask those hard questions. And either the guest is going to answer it or not, or say, well, F this, I'm out of here. But, it's, that's the kind of thing that we have to deal with. So it's hard to be Laura, but we love her anyway. Yeah. I'm actually, it's not that hard. I just try to keep it fair. The bottom line, YouTube needs to get their shit together and reevaluate the whole copyright strike laws. Oh, well, they need to step their game up. Oh, there goes the neighborhood Justin's. Poor Justin. Everybody picks on Justin. It takes all kinds of formats. I like Laura's interviews. I like the debunker's options. I like Fantastique's commentary. All works pretty well together. Yeah, we all have our own thing going on. And it does. We all pretty much blend together. Because I like it that we can touch on those subjects, I mean, I would never be a full-time debunker. Oh, no. Today is a good day for pudding. Yeah. It's rainy and crappy out. Today's a good day for soup, in my opinion. I know James Eaton. Sorry, knew him, but got you confused. The world has such a thin skin, and yes, they do create. It's all they're a whole bunch of babies. All good over here. I'm completely neutral. If someone says something controversial, then it's on them. That's right. That's right, Justin. That's right. You're just the interviewer. You can't control, what people are going to ask. It's not like you're coaching your chat. Okay, guys, well, don't say this because that might upset the person. You can't do that. If they're coming on a show, then they've got to be ready for that stuff. That's just the way that goes. I can be controversial. Yeah. Wayne. I mean, I could too. I could, just flip the card and be, the asshole interviewer that comes out and asks you questions that they don't want to answer. And, and try to get them to answer it. But, it's, the old saying, you get more results, what is it with honey than vinegar? So the debunking will never stop. It can't, but they do need to be smarter with it. Yeah, yes, I do see that. Yeah. Or actually, I think they have to go back to what they used to do. Shape still does it where he's debunking something. He shows it. He shows it in the clip and he replays it. He shows it. He points it out. He's pointing out the questioning. I think a lot of them need to get back to that style. You know what I mean? Instead of saying, well, here's the video. This is my opinion. We need them to directly point it out again. Be more specific. Florio and Taryn and Stevie all do the same. Yeah. So yeah, research. I'm a victim of bullying. I'm innocent. Yes. Poor Justin. There's pile on Justin. Going after a channel's reputation, even if they deserve it, will make them fight back. It's messed up, but it's not shocking. Yeah. Well, not for, and it's also cowardly because if you think of this, okay, they didn't like his opinion. They could have said after the show, go backstage. Hey man, what was that? I didn't agree with the way you did that or what you said. kept it private. No, they wanted to destroy him. And that's just, that's evil. Don't shoot the interviewer. Yeah, don't shoot the interviewer. No. That's right. We're just the interviewer. And I'm sure Justin, just like me, we have our personal opinion about the people that we might interview, but you don't say it during the show. Because you get something, you're like, oh boy. I've seen you at Segs Lives, and you are far from a victim of bullying as far as I see. You're the bully. Oh, I misunderstood, but Seg always deserves it. Yeah, he's asking for it. Seg is asking for it. It's more than the cards. I'd flip, Laura. Yeah. Wayne, I'd love to see it. I'd love to have, I have to have Wayne on as a co-host. And just let him roll with it. Would you be up for something like that, Wayne? That would be great. Seg only understands rum and spiders. Well, I'm with him on the rum because I like rum. Spiders, ugh. I don't care what anybody. He was brave to catch that spider. Because I told him, I said, no, if that was my husband would have shot it and patched the hole later. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can catch more flies with a pile of shit. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I get that. It's why since happening, all I've been doing and going other content creators trying to get them to speak out against the broken YouTube system. You know what it is? A lot of them just don't want to be bothered, Cree, because it's not affecting them at that moment. But I think, yeah, we all should take a part in it and say, hey, listen, you guys need to figure this out. It's wrong. You guys need to go to Australia for no. Australia can keep their spiders. It's no joke. If I had one of those huntsman spiders in my house, I'd move. Oh, no. And I know they say that they're not an aggressive spider and they're harmless. I don't care. No. That's just too big for me. I would be creeped out for life. Trouble is they are all doing the same bull crap, so Beardo doesn't want to touch them. Yeah. I'd never be a debunker if you are focused on the equipment or method, but try to prove personal opinion about the teams out there. Tricky to do when there's so many. I know, Justin. That's what it is. And that's the thing that really just puts a knot in my shorts, that they're doing this and they just get all of the reward and all of the glory. And when the rest of us go out and do our thing, it's hard work and dedication to the truth or the truth that it was as we know it, and just, I don't know. And there's been times where I thought to myself, why am I doing this to myself? I'm doing this and trucking along and busting my ass, and it's just a very slow growing. And it's just because I get that from Mario. I don't understand why aren't you got more subs? I don't know. That's why I tell him I don't know. Apparently I suck. I just don't know. Let's see. Kriya proves that we change things for the better. We have to work together. Yes, we do. Seg loves our spiders. Oh, when I see that, I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, oh, no. And he's like, oh, what am I going to get to catch it? I wouldn't have caught it. And I told him that. I said, boy, you're brave. And I did tell him, I said, if that was my husband, he would have shot it. And of course he laughed. And I said, we wouldn't care. We would have just, patched up the hole. I'd rather do that than, no. Because I'd be afraid of missing, then it got on me, I would be creeped out forever. There's a difference between interviewing or reporting, investigating, journal. Yeah, yeah. Exactly, there is. I disagree. Equipment is overdone. I say go after the actual investigation, not the people doing the investigation. There is a difference. Let's see. I disagree. Equipment is overdone. I think equipment is they depend on it too much. It's not proven that it works, but it's also not completely proven that it doesn't pick up something. Yes, there are other things that might trigger said equipment, but we still haven't proven that it's not picking things up. So that's the rub there. That's why I asked questions like that, like with Joe Vitale and a few others that I've interviewed. Do you think that we have debunked ourselves out of actual proof, even though they all say no? I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know. It has to be open. That would be great to have Wayne on. Yeah, I think that would be. I would, Laura, but I wouldn't want to get stroked out. Hey, it is what it is, Wayne. We just if it gets too out of hand, I could just take right over. That's all. Sega understands karaoke too. He serenades us, often badly, but he does it with such passion. He tries. You got to give him the credit for he tries. Seg is going to do edibles, I told him. And oh no. Oh, I don't think that's a good idea. He's a goofball now. Have you heard from Carla? Yes, I did. I don't know if you guys saw the post. She had thought she had canceled the live. She's got so much going on at home. It was overloaded and she couldn't do the live last night. So I don't know if you guys that's the reason, guys. Too much crap going on at home. I told her just take a break. You need a break. I'm off, everyone. It's nearly 2 a.m. Oh, Sacred Ground, yes. Thanks for hanging out with us. Go get some sleep. I'm still behind again. Gotta run. Take care. Oh, Tina, you too. Oh, they have a great time. Have a great day. Great holiday if you're celebrating the holiday. There are paramonkey idiots want to mess with you everywhere. Paranormal on the go creator has that problem. Well, but he's not running. It is messed about with his channel. It's so wrong. Yeah, it's all we all gotta. That fear is there. The fear is there. I pretty much wrote my last song for YouTube AI. I'm hoping it helps. I know the AI got the message. I haven't seen it yet. Wiz. I got to catch up. I got to catch on Wayne's. I got to catch on yours. I'd love to own a pet snake, but Donna won't allow me to. Oh, you don't want a pet snake. Go to sleep. It's going to eat you. Laura, when I emailed people, it did show. It did. Bleh. I showed them Beardo's live. I let them know that this could happen in this genre. It could happen to theirs because reaction channels often show clips too. Yeah. See, there you go. Debunkers have to be perfect while liars can just lie. Yeah. Yeah. I have corn snake. Oh no. And beautiful. I just don't do. I mean, I'm not afraid of them, but I don't do snakes, lizards, spiders. Those aren't pets to me. Oh, they could lie as much as they want. And, it's okay. It's okay. Fakers know the equipment used gives false readings, but as long as it looks good on the camera, they will continue to use them. Yes, they will. The fakers can have their content and creative, but debunkers can't make their comments and not be judged. Yep, you guys are all touching on good points, which is the truth. It's different rules for different people, and that's not the way it should be. Especially when they're not even marking it as entertainment. You know what I mean? I go after the toys, not real investigating tools, but I also go after flawed tactics. Yep. Well, because you got the science to back you, Friday. You know what you're talking about as far as the electronics go. You know how it works. You know you know what it's supposed to do and not do. Um, I mean, I never bash anybody about use the stuff. I mean, if I could afford, or if somebody gave me, I would use it just for testing. You know, because you just don't know. That's the whole thing. We don't know. I'm going to start filming investigations next year. The challenge is showing the truth, but not making it as dull as a dishwasher. Well, that's when you got to get a little creative there, Justin. I know, Justin. You have to wear your wrestling costume while you're on investigations. This way, it gives us something to look at. You know what I mean? Okay, Sage. Meetings. Poor Sage. I'm off. Everyone nearly too. Okay, and I always said good night to you. Justin is the way to do that. Do a hat. I think he meant to say that. Is to explain why you're using the tool you're using and how it works. Yeah, I think that's great. Thank you. And yes, she does need a break. You are welcome. Yeah, she's on overload and that crap with her sister. And I told her you never go into business with family ever. It never works. Beardo looks good. Have subbed does the UK too. Yeah, and it's what it is. You struggle to keep the subs, and YouTube plays games with that too. How excited oh God, it went up one. And my husband laughs at me. He goes, yeah, it'll be gone by tomorrow. And usually, yeah, a day or two later, so I don't know what that is. You get one, you lose three, you get three, you lose two. It's just, stop playing with the damn numbers. You're stressing us all out. So let's talk about net. We're gonna stay away from that one, Laura. We have little snakes. They don't even hurt if they bite you. Yeah, I know. I'm not afraid. I've held snakes. They're interesting creatures. Some of them are totally gorgeous. I just don't want it in my house. It's like I've got friends. Oh, it's spiders. Spiders. What is a spider come and give you a kiss? The pet gives you love. How does the spider love you? I mean, come on. My last song was Justice for Beardo. Ah, yeah. No, I got to check those out. Different strokes for different folks. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Some people love having reptiles and stuff like that as pets. But that's good. Morning dragon. Morning dragon. Wow, I am behind, aren't I? I'd rather have a snake than rats. Yeah, I'm not big on rats either. Like my sister had a chinchilla, and I used to give her shit about that. I said, look at that poor little guy. And he was adorable. I used to call him earmuffs because he had enough fur to make a pair of earmuffs. But comical, great little critter. But he's in a cage, man. How much fun is that? What kind of a life is that? It kind of sucks. Listen, okay, all that matters is that it's just not all right. Thanks, Cree. You're too. I know I try to catch you while you're doing it. And if you guys do something late, I'm shot by the end of the night, guys. I decided I dedicated my last song to Beardo due to the nature of the song It was as though I foresaw what was going to happen. Oh, okay. Our snake eats wiener rats. Oh, poor little. And then you feel bad. You got to feed them live mice and poor little mouse. I could just, oh, I'm terrible when I'm watching like a nature program, and I know it's nature, it's life. And there's a food chain and everything, but you see the lion chase. I'm like, run, run. And I feel bad when the dinner loses out. We use the proper equipment to find out what do know about this reality. We can't catch it all with the current customer. Yeah, I'm saying that. That's what it is. I wish that people would get together that have years and years in the field and get together with somebody like Friday and come up with something that we think will actually produce some kind of positive result. There has to be a way, Oh, an 8-foot python. Oh, it's all right. Fellow snake owner, I can give you pet snake live crickets. Oh, I'm sure they were all stressed out, James. It's scary. We have spiders, snakes, gecko, fish, bugs, and cats. Oh my God. She's just got she's got the wild kingdom in her house. I'm asking, not arguing. We know, Creek. How do people know what equipment does and doesn't work when we don't know what makes up a spirit? I say let them use what they want and discard what you don't. Well, that's why I'm saying I wish that they would get together with people who have, the years in and see what they could come up with. I mean, I don't know if it's possible. Like I said, we really don't know what we're looking for. I mean, we've had our experiences, we've seen things, we've heard things, we've been touched. Um, and these are things that can't be debunked. You can't figure out what it is. So there's something out there we just don't know. Especially the glue sticks makes me. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I would like to have another python. Can't afford it right now though. I knew somebody that had one dragon, and they used to let it have free reign of the house. I think you guys heard me tell this story. The roommate comes home. The guy was sleeping on the couch, and the roommate comes home, and the snake was eating the guy. The roommate had to kill the snake to get it off the guy on the couch. I said, "Yeah, keep having a snake." That's the point, Cree. We don't know anything about spirits. The equipment is to explain what we know about his universe, not spirit. It is to eliminate the unexplainable claims. Right, right. Most of all the tools detect some part of an EM field. We determine what is happening with the information carried in the waves of the field. Yeah, and just we have to document all of that. It's just people need to write things down, keep testing, keep retesting. I'm not a fan of the apps, but experiment. Even though that, I don't know. I think it would be the better tools are the ones that are made by the people that know the science or what they do know of the science, and just come up. I mean, these other companies are just cranking shit out because hey, well they like this, let's make that or make this, and they know it doesn't do what we want it to do. But there's ways. Too many people that don't understand the equipment, though, and I think it detects the spirit. Unfortunately, I That's that. Yeah, they don't know it. They don't know the science behind it. They don't know how it works. I put that in the magazine. I pick a piece of equipment every month and I put it in there with an explanation of what it is supposedly supposed to be doing and how it's put together. And, I, try to do the best on that. Actually, that would be great. A great page for you Friday. Not like putting you to work. If you could, do that, pick a piece of equipment and write up how it's supposed to work, how it's put together, what it's designed to supposedly do, how people should use it. Um, because any of us could just, order it on Amazon, get it in the mail, and then start it up, and you have no idea what you're doing with it, what it does, what it's supposed to do. Friday Houses that has to be one of the best explanations I have heard. That's why the tools shouldn't lead the investigation. The tools, it's a tool, not the investigator. Exactly, Cree. I always say the same thing. Don't let the investigation or the tools run the investigation. Use it as a tool. Not ding a bell or blink a light. Yep. See, Friday, you got to get to work. You got to develop something. We're putting the pressure on them. I do have some articles. He's going to be making videos. All right. Yeah, we need to learn. I do a lot of reading about this stuff and it's only what's available. Unfortunately, most of it's only available by the person that's creating these things. I actually want to read articles and reviews from people who have actually studied the equipment, used it to the best of its ability, and what the final outcome is, according to their opinion. That's the other thing. Everyone wants teams to be scientific on their investigations when many barely made it out of school. When I ask for a workbook for investigations, they say, not up to me, then who? Yeah. That's the whole point. You're supposed to, and I've said that to people too. Do you document any data that you collect during an investigation? Well, we have it on camera. Well, the camera is not 100%, man. You've got to write this stuff down. The atmosphere that you're working in. Hi Ken, how's it going? Everything. All of the surroundings. Everything has to be documented. And even if it's caught on camera, you still write it down. Oh, at 5:30, this is what happened. In this room. And I like the detail. What was the temperature at the time of this supposed sighting or happening? And what else was going on at that time? An idea. The ideas in investigating need to be reformed and based. Should be followed. Yeah. So there's people talking about, regulating the field, making guidelines. That's hard. It is hard because everybody has their own style and their own way. But if we did have a base, like a checklist to follow, and then you just go do your own thing. But make sure that, you're documenting the basics. You can get any group of people to say, well, let's go and be investigators this weekend and film it. Okay, well, you don't even, do you know even what you're doing? Do you know what to do, how to do it, what's involved? I mean, this is stuff that you learn along the way. Laura, I sent you a Discord about the idea for the magazine article. Oh, okay. I'll have to check. I know I'm bad with the Discord, guys. So you got to let me know. But I will check it out. There are shit tons of books out there. Yes, there is. Put out by people that will make things up or do it. Zach. Oh God, Zach. to find one like any skeptic or any would want to see. Yeah, there's. I know what you're talking about, Cree. Yeah, there's books out there, and I don't care if anybody. Zach Bagans is fake. He's fake. I know he's fake. I know people who worked with him. He's fake. So he's a Hollywood, cutie boy, and that's what it's all about. If there's something there standard, and there's something that can be compared apples to apples. I like to read Kenny's books. Yeah, see, Kenny gets into it. Exactly, Laura. Math and science are not my thing. In school, English, yes, but not the science. Mind things. I don't think that way. Never have. Right. So that makes it difficult if you want to go out and do an investigation because there's a lot that goes into it. Yeah, a lot of it's boring. You're sitting around and in the dark talking to air. But in the meantime, while you're doing that, you're documenting what's going on in that space. Uh, Pagans is a substance for a lot of ego. Yeah, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. And it's a disappointment because the person I know, or I should say people I know that worked with him, they were all on board, thought he was 100%, you know what I mean? And then when they showed up to do an episode for the show with them, I mean, they bring a whole crew. And these people were floored, like, oh man, are you kidding me? Everything is scripted. It's none of it was real. It was all for TV. So I have a subscription to the Skeptical Inquirer. They sometimes get interesting articles. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. And I do love listening to Kenny. I loved the way that he explains things and how honest he is about everything. And we've seen him. If you don't know, he's right there. He looks it right up. And not everybody knows everything. I'm off now. Everyone, take care. Happy Thanksgiving to all my friends across the pond. Thank you, Marie. You have a great day. Don't overdo. Always appreciate you being in the chat. In my opinion, Bagans is all show, no substance. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? He's not that cute either, but that's my opinion. And yeah, the ego is just holy crap. People like that are very annoying. Very, very annoying. The old saying there, where their shit don't stink. Yeah, well, it stinks, buddy. And you can only live that way for so long, and then all of a sudden the dirt starts coming out, and he's having those problems now. You were the pretty boy for the last few years, and now the ugly's coming out. So let's see how long he hangs out. And he's dated a Playboy bunny. Oh, has he? Really? Well, that tells you about her taste. Well, because he's famous. That's what she was after. Come on, give me a break. I mean, he's okay. I don't know. If I usually don't rate people, but if I was to rate him just on looks, I would say he's a 7, maybe 6.5. Personality, 3. First thing that needs to be removed is speculation and this claims the blinking light does not mean demons. Well, that according to everybody, everybody else, Friday, you're wrong. It's demons. Uh, let's see. But how can he judge that our personal experience are bullcrap? That is the impression I get from Kenny, and I know what I saw when I was a kid. Yeah, yes, you can't you can't judge anybody's personal experience. He's going it through the mind of a skeptic that there's always an explanation. But what it is it is. We've all had our experiences. We know what we've experienced. And no matter what anybody says, it won't change it. It always says that your experience is your experience. Yeah, exactly. She wasn't a bunny. She was a Hugh Hefner's ex. Oh, was she? Ugh. Dirty old man's ex. I mean, that's what I call Hefner. Dirty old man. Because that's what he was. Him and that pervert brother of his. Uh, Sherry, I don't think all experiences are BS. Just most that is brought to him. I mean, I'm sure he's gotten some claims that, even you would like roll your eyes and say, yeah, sure, that happened. But what were you? Were you drunk? Were you this? Were you that? Was it Holly? Get out. He dated Holly. Ugh. She was used by Hef, so she's a bunny. Yeah. If they were there, they were bunnies. I know what knocked me off that power wire as a kid. There was no changing that. Lit you right up, did it? It's awful. Uh, there will always be people who are unable to take new information and come to a better conclusion, but I don't cater to them. He doesn't tell people that they are wrong so much as asks what else could have happened. Right. Well, because, yeah, he's leaving that doorway open, wants to know, is there some other circumstance going on that could have caused the experience? That's what he's getting into. Not worse than Weinstein. He was bad. Oh, he was a scumbag, Weinstein. But to continuously criticize without offering any other ways is not helping new teams out there to learn. I need to lie back down. Weather is winning. Have a good day. Oh, golf gal. Hope you're get in there. Get snuggled up under those blankets. Get warmed up. Hopefully you feel better. This weather is beating everybody up. And it was my older brother that passed before I was born. I have no doubt that knocked me clear and couldn't let go. Wow. See, like everybody has their experience. And yeah, you really can't be judgmental. And I don't think he means to be. He just wants to see if there's other things, that could have contributed to whatever you experienced. Uh, Now here, uh, like you guys heard me, I've heard my name spoken in my ear twice in my own home, and I'm all alone, wide awake, wasn't drunk, didn't smoke anything, totally clean and healthy, and just walking through the hall and hear my name in my ear. Okay. It wasn't wind. It was somebody saying it in a male voice, Laura, in my ear. So how do you explain that? Was I having, a hallucination? I don't know. You can't, there was no reason other than something was there and it was calling my name. I want to know what would be considered evidence, but it doesn't seem like anything. And casual skater is going to be able to prove. See, that's what it is. That's why that's why I want people to document everything, write it all down. So then when you do go back and you have maybe the same experience, you could write it down and then compare your data. Again, same thing with the equipment. We've got to learn how to develop something that will catch some of the EVPs. Every time you get an EVP and people, oh, no, that's not what it said. No, I've heard some where it is clear as day. And, it's not anybody else's voice that was in the room. It was an extra. So how do you explain that when there's no contamination around outside, influence or, I it's hard. A team, let's see, it's jumping on me. A team that is trying to learn will find the same information I did. It's all available. Yeah, it's research. But yes, it needs to be shown to more people. Some get into it for the thrill, fun, or fame, not the truth. And you nailed it right there, Friday. Like I said, it could just be a gang kids. Hey, let's go out and be ghost hunters this weekend. Let's put it on TikTok or whatever shit things that they use. And that's what all of the, that's the, and I like to call them entertainers because, nobody wants to be called a faker. That's what they're doing. They're going out for the entertainment, shock value. And if they are a YouTuber, it's all clicks, views, and rolling in the bucks. And those are the ones that make the money because it's the entertainment factor being presented as legitimate evidence. That's the thing that, kind of rubs me the wrong way. Where, the rest of us are sitting there doing our time, paying our dues, and we put it out there and it's like, a dud compared to, the thousands of views that these other bozos get. It does grate on your nerves. Teach, don't shout, show, call the names, quit thinking because someone uses equipment they are fake or even because they yell. What annoys me most is that you get some of these people out there that you're there claiming to be an investigator. You've got, it's creepy and we're human. So there is that fright and flight thing that does kick in. The ones that, oh God, they yell demon or whatever, and they run the other way, run back outside. You were there for that reason. So run towards it. I think one of the ones that I enjoyed the most seeing was when Joe was investigating with Seg, and I forget where they were, and Seg saw something down at the end of the hall. Well, shit, he took off like a shot down the hall after it. That's what I want to see. That's what you're there for. If you get that scared and know that you can't handle that, then you don't need to be there. Yeah, I've been in spots where I had the shit scared out of me, but I've stood my ground, I mean, thank God I've never been to a place where I've experienced any kind of negative energy or so-called demon. I don't think I ever want to, but someday it might happen. You don't know. I'm not saying that the twins are real by any stretch, but someone tells me one true and real debunk anyone ever did on them. Suspicious, yes, but where is the proof? Oh God, there's so many videos created. I don't know. We'd have to go and search to see who. The Shape. I would go through all of Shape's videos and see if he's done one on the twins. I don't know. Johnny Rotten once pointed out to him, but not much was done in the 70s. I agree, Cree. Better yet, don't run. Be calm. Walk calmly so you don't scare it off. Yeah, I mean, that's what you're there for. But Laura, they use that term investigator because that's the only word they know. They believe what they are doing is investigating, when many of us know that's not what is happening. Yeah, you're right. That's because that's the word we know. And we all do that. We only use words because that's the frame of reference that we know. But then there's a lot of them, Creed, that use the word loosely, and they know what it means, but they're using it for the title. Be a ghost hunter. An investigator is totally different than a hunter. I laughed when Seg went Terran after that shadow found us off group. Yeah, he just, I just, it was great. I was like, yes, he's going after it. Oh, it was Bushy Mountain. Okay, yes, tear it up. See, that's what you want. That kind of energy, that kind of dedication, and he wants to catch it. But yeah, like you said, running after it, yeah, probably not a good idea. He should have just walked down there slowly, and filmed what he could. Most who claim to be investigators are just hunting. Yeah, and they just, like I said, they use use that term because it's just a title, like any other title. Adulting is hard. I need more coffee. Yeah, Sage. Adulting is a trap. True fakers are the ones that manipulate footage, such as masking, AI, wires, adding sound effects. You are so right. And I'm going to tell you something. They're brilliant at it. Okay. I don't care who we are, what we say. They know what they're doing, and they're brilliant at it. I couldn't even begin to know how to cover all the, because I don't edit. I'm not an editor. And I don't want to be an editor. And you've heard me say it 100 times. Raw is how you're getting it. I film anything, I take a photograph, it goes on just right directly from the camera right on to the channel. I mean, I do overlook the stuff first before I do post it because I want to see if I caught anything. But as far as putting it through editing, no, I just don't want to be bothered with that. And I know some people say, oh, you can't do that. Well, no, yes, I can. I don't need to edit anything. You're going to get it as I see it. And I think that's the best way. That's why I don't have any of these fancy films and all of this crap and people do a great job at it, so they make it really professional looking. But I like it when people do. It's like being live. You're on an investigation and you're in a location like what Ryan does. Good morning, Ryan. It's live and in your face, like what Mark does from Haunted Truth. He's there live. He's showing you what's going on. So you can't say, oh, they did this or they did that. No, it's in your face. And we leave it up to you guys to determine what you think we caught. Yeah, these things are myths, but no one can say until they are face to face with the myth. Yeah, I agree, Laura. I'm saying most don't have a clue what the real investigation. Yeah, they don't. They don't. Well, because they don't care. It's entertainment for them. There's a term that exaggerates the truth and plays up to the gadgets. Oh, yeah, the gadgets are that's it. They're the big thing. Look at who is going out there. If you ask them how they got into it, they say childhood experience or they grew up watching Most Haunted or Zach. These were their teachers. Yeah, tell me about it. Yep. And I watched Ghost Hunters. I've seen a couple of Ghost Adventures, and I'm like, nah, because I knew they were bullshit from day one. And actually, it was terrible. I know you guys probably heard me say this too. That I used to say, well, throw this rock. I'm saying, please, somebody just throw the rock, hit him right in the pie hole. That's terrible. I know it's bad, but I'm tired of hearing it. Somebody just nail him with a rock between the eyes. Shut him up. Alas, it never happened. So disappointment all the way around. That's like Dog the Bounty Hunter. Oh my God. Yeah. He was one scary looking dude. I'm going to cancel my subscription to Adulting. I don't think I like it. Can we do that? Sage, let me know. Is there a customer service we can call? Because I'm done doing it too. I just want to go downstairs with my parents and go into my bedroom and lock the door and live there. Unfortunately, it don't work that way. You would need to be at a place to see the fake and record it being done, actually prove it. Then your video would have to stand up to the scrutiny as well. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. No matter what you put on here, there's going to be somebody that's going to go after and tear it apart and have their, their comments. I put a photograph on one of my shorts, and it had kind of a weird distortion in there. And somebody put on a negative comment, and I replied, "Well, that's why it's on here, to get everybody's opinion. I'm not claiming it's paranormal. I'm not claiming it's a ghost, but what the hell is it? It just appeared in the photo. I didn't see it when I was taking the picture, but it appeared on the photo. And I don't know how to do all that fancy shit. I don't. I don't know how to do any of that. Hey, Jimmy, good morning, Jimmy. I don't know how to do that stuff. And I wouldn't want to do that stuff because I don't want to, I'm not here for to pull the wool over somebody's eyes. I'm here to find out stuff just like everybody else. I've had a lot of things happen through my life. And some of it wasn't so great. And I'm thinking, okay, what is causing this? Why is this happening? Or, of course, there's been a lot of places I've been that have been pretty sketchy, but that's probably why. But you want to know, that's what this is about. I'm not there to, be all dolled up and be half dressed and, oh, and, oh my goodness, and come on. Which really, really, that one channel there that I don't even know how people watch their stuff because my head wants to explode. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's two chicks that drive me nuts. I could not watch their stuff. I mean, there's some, entertainers on there that I watch because I think they're funny as hell. It's all BS, but yeah. Some of it's like, oh God, how do these, and the debunkers got to watch it. Then there's Dawson, who is in a league of his own with and Dawson, I don't bless him. He's just, but you know what? I give him credit because he's doing it his way. So whether anybody agrees with what's going on or not, he doesn't care. He's going to try it out and do it his way. I watch those teams because as an author, I love the storytelling. Oh yeah, you get your inspiration, Cree. So hey, whatever's your muse, Yeah, Amityville's often investigated. That is folklore. Amityville isn't what they think it is. I think a complaint that people not in the know would make about legitimate channels is that nothing happens. There you go. And do you want to watch that? Even Joe said that. It's hours and hours of them just sitting in the dark. You guys want to watch that? No. So the equipment is filler for a little bit of, oh God, maybe that was something. We know it's not. Especially depending on where you are, the contamination is in the surrounding building or outside. But that's the way it is. Nothing happens. But when that one thing does happen, yes, touchdown. Mark was debunked by Beardo a couple of years ago. His name was The Haunted Truth, and Beardo covered him. Just saying. You know what? Yeah, I did hear stuff about that. I like Mark. Mark is very entertaining. And not everybody's going to get it 100%, guys. I don't know if he ever faked anything. I don't know that. But I do like it because it's mostly live stuff. So it's right there in your face. I'm not saying that it can't be done during lives, but I have never seen it. So I give Mark the benefit of the doubt. He is very passionate about this field. And he might get it wrong, like all of us do, get it wrong from time to time. But then he questions, like I say, well, I probably went to Beardo. Well, point this out so that he can explain the situation. And that's what I like about it. And that's what most people should do. If they're, oh, hey, this is what's going on, and I don't believe it's true. And then you say, okay, well, let's explain this, talk about it, and go from there. I still see the haunted truth at some lives I go to. Yep, Mark's funny. He has a great passion for it. I hear Beardo won against the strikes. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, Jimmy. We're all happy for him. Yeah, people do it, and anything somebody will start to try something like food, candy, drinks, and woodwork. Any sport or hobby business, they will always will today. That's why you get spammers. Yeah, it was two channels that struck him. One dropped it, and then he got hit by a third by the other channel. So it was that one channel that hit him with three. Two chicks, one cup. Can't watch their stuff either. You know what I'm talking about, Jimmy? Yeah, I just, oh my God, please. Watching them is so painful. I'd rather sit on an anthill. Oh God. I'm hungry, but I snack too much if I eat a main meal early. Oh, yeah. Give into it. Well, actually, if you snack, it depends on what you snack on. Go have some carrots or something. A piece of fruit. Hope Beardo gets his strikes taken off. Yes, they did, Ryan. They're gone. He is clean record. You could assume a team is not legit if they make baseless claims over and over. Yeah. Or all of a sudden they're just, miracle happened during the night and then they're psychic. They've been on for years, doing this stuff for years, and now all of a sudden they're psychic. Come on, really? With the psychic fairy come by and smack him in the head with a wand? Oh, I agree, Wayne. Yeah, you try to figure out how they do it. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there that I think they're funny. So you watch them because you're entertained, and that's what they are. They're entertaining. But as far as believing any of it, nope. Is quite good at to watch. He's old school, but that's where he excels in doing that craft. Really fun to watch and laugh at him. Call people. Yeah, I definitely questioned my own evidence many times. Sometimes it is just what it is, natural animals. But once in a great while, it's paranormal. That's what makes me keep going. Exactly, Ryan. Exactly. And we've all had that experience. I've had stuff like, oh, okay, it's a squirrel or it's this, or, um, like I said a while back, I'm here in the studio and I kept hearing this creaking. And I figured, what the hell is this noise? And it was in this one corner of the room to the right of me. I get up, I got the flashlight on, I'm looking all over, looking behind the bookcases. I see nothing, but it sounded like something was walking on the floorboards. Come to find out, my husband was in the shower, and because the bathroom was on the other side of the wall, and the tub and the shower are there, and he was walking in the tub, and it was creaking. Debunked. I'm thinking, what the flip is going? Even the dog's looking like, what the hell is it? So it could be something as simple as that. What about those who file false claims? Do they get any reprimanding? Good question. This is what we were wondering. We think that they should have some kind of punishment for filing false claims. But you know what? Because I think I don't even know how big that channel is. I never looked. They're probably pretty big, so they'll probably get the little slap on the wrist and now on your way and behave. I don't think we will ever get proof of any evidence of the paranormal existence, but it's fun to try. It's highly unlikely the physical will Interact with the intangible. You know what? You're probably right, Friday. You're probably right. Yeah, the psychic fairy. Yeah, everyone is still here. We're still here, Susan. We're waiting for you. Let's see. It happens all the time. Paranormal Quest got attacked when somebody happened, and they all said that they couldn't say it was paranormal, but had no idea how or why it happens. Yes, see, put that out there. You don't know. Wow, that many, huh? And the other one, yeah, I don't know who the other ones, who how much they have. Who believes in ghosts or aliens? I believe in both, Alex. I believe in both. You have to believe in an alien existence. Why would the creator make one planet and one universe with just human beings on it? Think about it. Why are we the only ones in existence? That doesn't even make any sense on any level. It might not be human existence anywhere else. It might be some kind of other creature, but come on. Whether they can visit here or not is still up in arms. I mean, I've had one UFO encounter in my life, and I'm telling you, it was a UFO. So, oh, they have 102? No shit. See, that's, yeah, they'll get a slap on the wrist. That's all they'll get. I believe that there are things out there that we can't explain. Yeah, exactly. And maybe we aren't meant to know what it is until it's time. Everything is on a timeline. So maybe, when we all pass on to the next, phase of existence, maybe that's when we get our answers. Lord, did I miss something as I haven't seen anywhere about Beardo having all his stream? Yes, Wayne. He posted it this morning. Everything was dropped. YouTube dropped everything, cleaned slate. Beardo is saved. Let's see. If you look at the immense diversity on just this planet, there has to be more out there. Yeah. Come on, there has to be. Yep, Laura could be intelligent goo. Who knows? Exactly. We don't know. And the little green men might exist. Who's to say they look like us? There could be a parallel planet on another universe that does have a human. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of people that believe in the theory that we were seeded here. We were placed here, and then they did that on other planets and other systems as well. So, I mean, they could be right. Would be magic to people. Let's see. I missed what we said. Oh, it seems like just science in the 50 years from now, science will be magic compared to what. You're right. You're right. And they'll be laughing like, oh my God, I don't believe that they believed in this or they did this when they could have done this. Well, because we don't have that understanding yet. And we're still growing. We're still in an infancy, to be honest. Okay, I must go prepare lunch for everyone. Have a great. Yeah, I'm going to get ready to shut it down in a couple of minutes here. My husband's home for lunch. So it's that time. Alex, I believe in ghosts and aliens, and there are things out there we just don't know is out there. Yeah, not just out there, Sherry, here on our own planet. Look at the new life that they're finding in the oceans that we didn't know existed. So we still don't even know what's going on our own planet. Never mind out in the universe. KK, just checking it out now. Whoop whoop. Crystal will be swinging her knickers around now, flashing. It's celebration. It's celebration. Well, and unidentified doesn't necessarily mean outer space. It could be any number of things. Sure, it's unidentified. Exactly. We just don't know. We can't identify what it is. Exactly. Okay, guys, my husband is just in here lurking. He wants me to feed him. So I'm going to let everybody go. Again, wonderful Bravo for Beardo winning such a terrible event. I'm glad that now he has some peace of mind. I thank all of you for joining today. It's been wonderful. I love it when you guys all show up for the crew. It's great. You guys are the best. And yeah, look out. Don't get the tassel in your eye there, Wayne. Clear the way for them things to swing. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It does help me out. Hit that like button, comment, all those bells and whistles. Also, I do have a merch shop if anybody's interested. Christmas is coming. Great Christmas gifts. That all goes back into the channel 100%. And I appreciate your support as always. Whether you buy or not, and you're just here, the support is well appreciated. And I want to wish everybody who celebrates have a very lovely Thanksgiving. Enjoy your loved ones. Enjoy the food. And try not to go into a food coma. Everybody will be watching football and moaning and groaning on the couch. Thanks to all my mods. You guys are the best. You guys rock. You keep everybody playing nice, and it's always a pleasure. Maybe I might pop on later. I don't know. It depends on how the covert option ends up. We'll see. I can't promise anything. But if not, then I will see you guys Friday morning. Until then, everybody have a great day, a lovely holiday. Love to you all.